Hey guys, it's Chloe, and today I'm here with a book talk for Dumplin by Julie Murphy. Let's just ignore the hot mess that is my hair. It's a knot right here. Looks like I got a haircut, but I didn't. So guys, Dumplin was the January book of the month for Once Upon a Read-Along that I do with Elizabeth from Elizabeth Book Babble. All links are down below. And last year when we started this, I tried to get into the habit of doing a book talk for each book we read, and I failed. So I'm going to try and do it again this year. So this was the first Julie Murphy book I've ever read, and I loved it. I freaking loved it. I thought it was such a good read, and for now I'm going to give like a brief synopsis, and then I'm going to go into more in-depth spoilers. This book is basically about a girl named Willow Dean, who is plus size, is kind of just living her life. She's comfortable with her body, and she's the daughter of a former Miss Teen Bluebonnet winner, and her mother is the head lady for this pageant, which is like the biggest thing in their small little town, and it's the biggest thing that they do, and her mom is head of it, and she's always kind of just been there while her mother runs everything pageant related. She's never had an interest in entering the pageant. She's kind of just been here. Well, one year she decides to enter the pageant, which I think is amazing. First of all, I think that's fabulous. So she decides to enter the pageant, and of course there's also a love interest with her co-worker Beau. They work at a kind of a fast food joint called Harpies together, and it's super cute. Guys, that is my non-spoiler synopsis. Now I'm going to go into more details, so if you haven't read the book, please click away and then come back when you have read the book. So I did not take a lot of notes for this book, but I think I took enough notes to get by for a decent length video. So let's go ahead and get started with these spoilers. I'm going to start off first of all with just a quote that I loved from the book, and it was on page 7. It was like the first paragraph, last line on it. And it says, I mean, if this were like 1642, my wide birthing hips would be worth many cows or something. Like, I loved that line. Like, straight off, like, right in the beginning of the book, I'm already, like, loving this book just based off of the humor that is written into this story. And it was just so funny. Will's humor was just very, very funny because she's so comfortable with herself. And I really admired her as a character for just loving herself for who she is, because as somebody who is, I'm not necessarily plus size, but I'm also not the smallest that I could be or that I would like to be. I do really appreciate that she's comfortable in her body, because not a lot of people are, and that's really, really nice. Very comforting, actually, to know that this author is writing about this character who is very comfortable with herself. Also going to dive straight in and say that I did not like her mother. Her mother was just not necessarily a horrible person, but she was not as supporting as I would like a mother character to be. The mom really seemed unhappy with how her daughter looks, which I think is really messed up. First of all, that's really messed up. Even when Will was comfortable in her body, she didn't want to support her daughter and say, you know, you look beautiful as you are, because I think she wanted Will to be like all of the other Miss Teen Bluebonnet contestants. They were all thin and they wanted to be models or whatever. And I really did not like that she did not support her daughter in the way that she looked. It's like she didn't seem to believe in Willow, and that was really, really messed up, because as a mom you're supposed to believe in your daughter, and this mother character was just not good. And when Will decided to enter the pageant, her mother did not want to approve it. She thought she was doing it as a joke, even when nothing about what she said or put off was a joke. Her mother just didn't want to believe that she wanted to enter. And skipping way towards the end of the book, but still staying on the path of that I didn't like the mom, her mom found this gorgeous dress for her, and she fixed it so it would fit her better. And when she put it on, it fit perfectly. It was a tad bit, apparently the way it was described, it was a tad bit snug at the hips, but Will thought she looked so beautiful. She loved the way she looked, and her mother would not approve the dress because she thought it was bad. And I thought that was so horrible of her. She wouldn't approve the dress even though her daughter felt beautiful in that dress, and she wasn't gonna approve it. I think that's so messed up. The fact that your daughter feels beautiful and you don't want to accept the fact that she feels beautiful and comfortable in her own skin is just, what's wrong with you? You can obviously tell I have very strong opinions about this. Okay, I'm gonna kind of step into the, it wasn't necessarily a love triangle. In fact, I don't consider it a love triangle. Willow works with Bo, who is a football player at a private school. Well, they have, I don't even know what you want to call it, a summer fling or whatever it is, where they basically make out next to a dumpster over the summer. And then when she finds out that he's been transferred to her school and he didn't tell her anything, she got mad, which, I mean, I don't understand why he didn't tell her. I just don't understand that. Maybe because he didn't want it to, maybe he didn't want them to be public. Maybe that's why their summer fling was next to a dumpster all summer at night after work. I mean, that screams serial killer to me. I liked him, but then when Will decided not to talk to him anymore, she met Mitch in one of her classes. And I thought he was the sweetest thing ever, because he wanted to hang out, to take her to the Sadie Hawkins dance, to take her to homecoming, to take her to anything. I thought it was so cute. He was just such an adorable person. And he was also a football player, and he stood up for her when somebody said rude things to her. He was so cute. He wanted to escort her in the pageant. So freaking adorable. And I was actually really, really rooting for Mitch, because Bo was off doing his own thing. I don't know what he went to the Sadie Hawkins dance with somebody else. I don't even know. So I just thought that Mitch was the cutest thing. I was really, really rooting for him. I really was. But then the tables turned once again. He started to put up the aura of wanting more than a summer fling. He wanted to actually be public and date her and escort her in the pageant and take her to dances, all the cutesy crap. And I started rooting for him. But I also felt really bad for Mitch. I felt so bad, because now I'm rooting for two people. I don't know what she's gonna do, because she has liked Bo since forever, and then Mitch comes into her life and she doesn't even know what's up with him. So I don't even know. Now I briefly want to talk about Willow's friend Ellen, because I don't really have a lot of feelings about Ellen, because Ellen, most of the book they were in a fight. But basically, Ellen and Willow have bonded over Dolly Parton. That's how they became best friends, because they're both obsessed with Dolly Parton. Willow is going on her big, not necessarily a strike and not necessarily revenge, but like when she signs up for the pageant and she has 3 other girls who wouldn't necessarily fit in like her going into the pageant, she finds out that Ellen is actually joining too, but Ellen has the chance to win because she looks like the other girl. She's skinny. It could be a model. She has a chance to win. And Willow doesn't like that and says she can't enter, which starts this big old fight that I don't even know. And for most of the time, they're in a fight for practically the entire book. So from like here to here, like this chunk right here, they're basically fighting the entire time. Overall, I gave this book a 4 out of 5 stars. Even though I hated the ending, it was such a good book, and that's why I gave it 4 out of 5 stars, was because I hated the ending. So that is all I have for today. A few things before I go. First of all, we are on the road to 700 subscribers. We are almost to 700 subscribers. I think last time I checked we were at 664, so we're about 36 more to go, and I'm so excited. If you want to check out behind the scenes or what else I like to do besides read books, you can go check out my second channel, Chloessence Mackenzie, link down below, where I do lots of different things. I actually just uploaded a Let's Chat / Get Ready With Me. I did Vlogmas, I did Vlogsgiving, I do a lot of random things that aren't book related, so you should go check that out to see what my other interests are and see the behind the scenes of my life. And third of all, I'm so excited to announce that I will be attending BookCon 2016 in Chicago this year. So excited, but I will have a video about that closer to the actual date of BookCon, because it's not until May 14th and today is January 30th. But still, so excited. I can't believe I'm going to BookCon this year. But again, separate video, later date, coming with that. So guys, that's all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!